Hello and welcome to Game and Gain. My name is Muzz and today we're going to be starting a new series where I'm going to be playing Football Manager 20 with two of my friends. We're going to be in an online server. We are all currently in League 1. We started in League 1. I wanted to start this sooner, but unfortunately we just decided to go ahead. I didn't really manage to get the time. But this is the first episode, I guess. I'll do one every every time we finish a month or every time there's something big. I don't really know how I'm gonna schedule the episodes, but I'm Portsmouth, and I will show you where we were expected to finish for the season preview if it can load. Don't look at the league yet. I will explain what has been going on. So we were expected to finish third, so a tough challenge, but yeah, it's been set by the board, so hopefully we can manage that. Now my two other friends, Blackpool is managed by Stuart and Bolton is managed by Luke. Now the reason Luke took Bolton on is because he is, I guess, what you would call the better FM player, so he wanted a challenge, so we decided that he would go Bolton with the minus 12 points, I believe it was. So I will show you the league, and as you can see down the bottom, it's been an interesting start for Bolton. They drew 5 games, lost 2, and in the last 2 games they have managed to get big wins against Oxford, who are in 18th, and Sunderland, who were predicted first. So good sort of run of form for them. 2 games on the bounce now. Myself, I am currently in 10th. I have a game in hand over Burton, who I believe just beat me. We've won 4 games, drew 2 and lost 3. And we have a goal difference of 1. Now I'll explain why once I go into more detail into my team. I won't go as in detail with Blackpool and Bolton. I'll show you my team. I'll show you their teams and what has been going on, what signings they've made. And then up the top is Blackpool. Quite a surprise that Stuart is up there. He has won 6 games quite convincingly. He had a good win against Lincoln, who were up there. 3 draws, and he's only lost 1 game. So very, very interesting. So I'll go to transfers now and show you what has been going on with my team. So in terms of okay, this is what I want, because this is, yeah. So from here, from Alan Hutton up, this is the signings I've made. Down, you can see the signings that have been made. This one sticks out for all the wrong reasons, and I'll get into that once I show you my team and my stats. But yeah, I sent Alan Hutton, formerly of Rangers, formerly of Spurs, Darren Fletcher, formerly of Manchester United. So I feel like those two bring a lot of good experience and are very, very good quality for this league. I brought in 4 more players on loan. I brought in Trury, Yannick, call him Yannick. So he is good young player. That finishing is the big one, 16. That's mainly the reason why I got him in. Composure, bit of a concern there, but decisions are good. Could be a good striker for us. Leif Davis has been a revelation at left back for us, our highest performer. Very, very good left back and showing his quality. Barry Mackay, again, formerly of Rangers, he is definitely our star player in terms of attack. Unfortunately, he just got injured. And then we have Jaden Stockley, who is a big target man, 16 heading, 14 finishing, 14 composure. So again, hopefully he can get us a few goals. In the outs, for some reason that's not letting me. So, oh yeah, here we go. So from here, Brett Pittman, 6k, Anton Walker, 125k. As you had to sell one of our players for free. Ollie Hawkins, 87, 2.3. So we didn't make a great amount of money, or we did. We made 3 million and 3.5 before I took over the job, but I didn't get to see any of that. So I actually didn't spend a penny in the summer transfer window, which is not what I like to do. I like to make a big marquee signing, and I did try. I tried to sign Jordan Rhodes, but unfortunately he didn't want to come, which was a shame because I think he would have solved the main problem that I'm having at the minute. So if we go to competition, and let's just check out some of the team. In fact, I'll go through some of Blackpool signings, because I don't believe it was that much. So I believe from here, potentially, or maybe here, I think it's. So he signed Curtis Jones from Liverpool on loan, and he signed Cameron Sangster and David Sheehan, and they have been doing very well for him. In terms of outs, let's see, who did he have out? So I believe he sold a few. And if we go to Bolton, let's see what Luke has arguably had brought in some fantastic players on loan, which I'll show you. So I believe it's that date. So yes, here we go. So obviously he's working with a budget, but he managed to spend. Actually, managed to get 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, more than that, way more than that. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So almost a new team there. So you got Ryan Brewster, former under-17s World Cup highest goal scorer. Brandon Williams, Matty Longstaff. So very good players there. He bought Scott Banks. He brought in Cardozo, Connolly from Brighton, Yandanda, Jack Broadwell on a free. This guy Tom, not going to say his last name, and Traore from Cardiff. So, as far as my season has been going, it has been ups and downs. It has been a bit all over the place. So, first game of the season, Shrewsbury, we lost 2-0 away from home. Poor performance. Just, you'll see a habit going through these games where it's very low scoring, apart from one game. But we lost to Shrewsbury. We then bounced back with a 1-0 win against Tranmere. Lost to Reading in the Carabao Cup, which was disappointing because we played very well, and the goal that we conceded was just a mistake from the keeper, from a young keeper. We had a good away result against Sunderland. Away draw is decent, especially against a team that was predicted first. We then get beat at home off Coventry. Poor game again. They scored a goal from a set piece and then never threatened again. We should have scored that. And then we managed to get a 1-0 victory against Rotherham. And then the first head-to-head of the campaign, I played Stuart away from home. It was a boring game, boring 0-0. However, I'm going to show you the highlights just so we can have something to commentate over. So it finished 0-0. Stuart had majority of the shots in terms of chances. but we had one good chance, and I will highlight the player who missed the chance because I believe that I'm going to start talking about the negative side of the Portsmouth team. So it was a fairly underwhelming game. Nothing really exciting going on. And that was the first real big chance of the game there, 20 minutes in. So at this stage I was trying to play a possession based style of football, with the fullbacks bombing on. I mean, that's a terrible cross. Bolton should have done better there. But you can see he's getting forward. This is the chance. Look, Marquise, and how has he not hit the target? And that's been a theme. He has had several chances like that, Marquise, and he has not hit the target at all. This is the big chance. That should have been a goal. Frankly, should have been a goal. So Marquise up here, he has been dreadful up front. He has not scored yet, and he is missing some absolute sitters. And I will potentially show you another one if we get that far. But again, yeah, I mean, Hardy probably should have done the same there. But Hardy's actually been scoring this season for Stuart. So, but did we? I can't remember if we had another chance. Yeah, that's not really a chance, really. But yeah, it was a rather poor game. Normally, when we go head to head, there's some drama, but it was a fairly standard. No, I mean, that was offside, so thankfully for that. Initially I thought my keeper had just absolutely blown it, but thankfully it was offside. This is a young left back, Davis. He does this on a consistent basis, gets in. I think that might have been the highlight, I'm not sure. Oh, nope, still going. So my defence is the best defence in the league in terms of goals conceded. That was a very unlucky shot. We have the best defence in the league. We've only conceded 4 goals, but we've lost 3 games. We just cannot score. And yeah, probably should have buried that in the last minute. But it is, and I'll show you the formation I'm playing. It's not as if I'm not playing it. For this game, I didn't play an attacking formation, just because if we conceded, I didn't. Yeah. So that was the Blackpool highlights. Close game. Sure, probably should have won it. And then in Crystal Palace, under 23s in the Leeson Trophy, it was an absolute rout. We scored 5-1. Apparently, cup competitions is the only time we can score. Southend, from Rotherham, we went on a nice little run, undefeated. 2-0 at Southend, and then 1-0 against Burton at home. With, honestly, the big differentiator there was Stephen Quinn getting sent off, because it was a very even game up until that point. And then we lost at Wickham to an 84th minute goal. Now this one was poor, and I will show you the tactics that I was playing for that game. So this is the tactic that I have been playing for that run. It is a sort of 4-4-2 with advanced wingers, mainly because I don't have anyone who can play in the wing position here, so I really have to go for it. Mainly the people that I've been using is the 2 centre backs. Hutton got suspended because he gets sent off, so Bolton came in and has actually been doing well. Davis has been the star performer so far. Fletcher, usually have him as a ball winning midfielder, and then Close is our kind of man in the middle who pulls the strings. Harness is our winger with potentially. Where's the other guy? It's not him. It must not be on here. Oh no, it's Williams, but I've moved him to the left for just now. So Williams and Harness are on the right, but I'm playing Wilness here because Harrison should be there, but he has been shocking. He got a 6.1 the last game, so he's been dropped. And then Stockley, who has actually came in and been a decent performer for us with an average rating of 7.18. But he's not really involved in the highlights. It's strange when you watch the highlights, he's not really involved, but he seems to be getting good ratings. And I put Yannick down to the under 23s just because I thought he's only a 2.5 star rating, so I was like, I'll see what he can do down there. He scored a few, and I think he's worked his way back up, mainly because, where is he? Marquise. Look at that. 0. An average rating of 6.5. That is shocking. That is absolutely... And let me show you his stats, because his stats are good. Like finishing, 14. That's decent. Composure, 11. He's played 3 times. He started 3 times and came off the bench 5 times. He started in... he's just not scored at all competitively anyway this season. So, and he cost 1.8 million. Now, I could have done so much with that 1.8 million, but at the minute he seems like a dud. He seems like the person who was in before me has bought a dud, and I've been left with him. Tom Naylor's a good, so can come on and play in the centre mid position. He's, if I want to really shore up the game. James Bolton seems to be a good right back. Brian Morris I've not really played. Elias Harrison has 3 goals, but has been all over the place. One game he got 8.6, and then the next couple of games he was poor, and then before absolutely dropping off the face of the earth. This is the big concern. Barry Mackay's out for 2 to 4 weeks. It's obviously 2 to 4 weeks, so it's not a huge issue, but he came in and honestly his first game got an 8.4, or was it? It was 6.9, I believe, potentially. But he's an average of a 7, so a decent start to his Portsmouth loan spell. Young keeper, I got rid of the backup keeper to bring in this guy. I like to work up keepers. So he is our backup keeper. He gets all the cup competitions. He unfortunately had that horrendous error that cost us in the Carling Cup. But that is my team. I'm not sure what else to show y'all. Next game is against Luke, against his Bolton at home, which is interesting because, as you can see, I will show you his schedule. Since we started, he has lost 4 games, but he's also just won his last 2. Now, granted they are home, but he's big scorers in those games. I'll show you Blackpool's run of fixtures, and then I'll show you the stats. Where's Blackpool? There they are. So a very good start. I mean, look at that. That is a lovely start for Stuart. A lot of 4-0, 3. So that was a bit of a blip against South End. I suppose you're away from home, so. But then just went on a goal scoring run, getting through, drawing a very favourable result in Grimsby Town in the second round, beating Grimsby in penalties but then there's that one there sticks out. MK Dons 2-0 at home. Clearly they just found a way to play against them. But I had a fantastic game against Chelsea. I mean, look at that. I'll go away from home and score 3 goals against Chelsea, and only for them to score 6. But this is probably the biggest result for Stuart of the season against a good Lincoln side who were up near the top of the table and absolutely battered them. So I will show you the stats show you my failings, I guess. So where's team stats? So home form, we're up there. That's good. Conceded, there we go. Look at that, lovely, 4. However, if we go to goals scored, it is considerably less positive. So Stuart's at top with 24 and Bolton are second with 18. Now where am I? I'm not even in the first. I need to scroll down. I'm 20th. I have only scored 5 goals. That is horrendous. And if you look at whereas chances created, conceded, average attendance, no, is it up here? Goals without conceding, goals, games 1 in a row. Oh, Menken Dons are on a bit of a run. Oh well, I don't think I can find the conversion rate. That's what we need. So Blackpool, 15% conversion rate, 24 shots, 24 goals of 160 shots. Look, 11%, and I'm down here with 3%. That is abysmal. And you look at the players in my squad and you think there's actually some decent finishers in there. Mind you, I've not played Yannick in a game in a while, so he could hopefully come in and do something for us. I'm hoping Stockley, because with the bigger man, I'm hoping he could potentially win a few flick-ons that get Yannick in, or even just score some goals from the crosses, because that's the way we're playing. We're playing down the wings, trying to really get down the wings. We've got Davis and Hutton, who are very good at getting up and down. Does leave us a little bit exposed, so I'm potentially going to move a player in here as a half-back. That way, when these two do bomb forward, we've at least got 3 players back. But the formation's been working well. As I said, we went on a bit of a run from when I started, because I played possession based against Coventry and that didn't work. And then from here I started playing the wing play and it worked. And then this was just a blip. We just missed so many chances in this game because we don't have a goal scorer at the minute. We don't have anyone on form. But the next big game is against Bolton, so I'm potentially going to record that and add it on to this video. So if I say goodbye here, it is at the end of the video for you to hopefully watch. So if you liked what you saw, and you want to see this series keep going, give it a like, give it a share, and yeah, it would mean a lot. Any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below. Thank you very much.